All right, guys, it is another episode of The Buzz About East Brunswick.
What are we up to now?
I'm going to say we're 21.
21.
I think we're 21. Yeah, we are. I'm getting the high sign from the camera, guys. We're at 21. So, ladies and gentlemen, Buzz About East Brunswick. If you're watching us on YouTube at Buzz About EB, well, that you're watching us on EBTV 26. Thank you guys very much for being there. Or if you're listening to us on Spotify or iHeart, Apple Music or Amazon, we're basically everywhere, and we've been streaming along, just having a good time. I'm Greg T. This is Mayor Cohen.
And
how you doing?
Fist bump.
All right, buddy. All right. We're having a good time, and this is, I guess, we can kind of call this our Thanksgiving show.
Yes.
Because Thanksgiving is legitimately just 2 days away. We are inside the East Brunswick Public Library, and as we always say, you're more than welcome to drop by and say hi to us. Come by one of the windows.
Ago, we had a couple little kids out there.
We did have some kids running around. Right. It was like our first time. We had like a real audience in front of our windows here. This is kind of nice. So how are things going?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I heard you had an interesting council meeting yesterday.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it was all right.
It's the holidays, so we had a lot of business that just needed to get cleaned up, and we did it. So it was pretty quick and not painful.
Now, I also heard, though, you could have gone to the New Jersey Devils game last night, but you didn't go to the game, and they pulled out a great win, 4-3, right?
Yes, against the Detroit Red Wings. I heard my kids were there, and my cousins who have seats right next to us said I hear it was a very nasty game.
See, I don't know what happened at the end. You were telling me something big happened.
I hear that was a really big fight at the end. It was brewing the whole time.
It was.
Yeah. You could see they were really, at each other's throats, and they were just ready to rip, and then I think at the end they just let it go.
Well, they played against the Red Wings, and I think, the Red Wings have been struggling of late, where they lost to the Islanders. Now they're going to lose to the Devils, so I would imagine that, their temperatures...
It's not a great road trip for them.
They're not, no. So you figure that they're angry for sure, and if it got chippy out there with the Devils, then for sure they got into a fisticuffs at the end there. Wow.
Well, they say all the time that, I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out.
That's the joke. Yes, I like that one. I always forget how it goes. You're right. What was it again?
I went to a fight in a hockey game.
That's it, and the hockey game broke out. That's great. That's always true. It's always true what happens. Hey, so speaking of hockey and the Devils, why don't we get an update on the East Brunswick Ice Skating Arena? Tell me what's going on there.
So, we've been giving some folks in town tours of the rink. It's hard to believe that we're really already there, but by next month we should have a soft opening.
Nice.
So giving people tours, letting people get onto the ice a little bit to get accustomed to it. It also will give our folks a chance to learn how to manage a rink, use the equipment, really get good at cutting ice. And we want to make it a top-notch, really well-run facility. So this opening time in next month will be more for them to get ready and for us to introduce it to the community. But the real opening, when it's going to be fully operational, would be January.
Gotcha. And I heard that the Zamboni comes in at the middle of December?
Yeah. So far, if we're on schedule. But and it is electric. So
oh, wow. That's new. That's different. An electric. That's real cool.
Yeah.
Having an electric Zamboni. I don't think I've ever even seen an electric Zamboni
It's
before.
becoming more popular. And,
that's cool.
It's less parts that can go wrong. So it's a little bit more expensive, but less parts that can go wrong. So we should be state of the art.
Do we have a green color? It will be green and white?
We have them green and white.
Oh,
Come
nice.
on, it's East Brunswick.
That's right.
That's
great.
Actually, I had the team out along with their parents a couple of weeks ago.
How'd that go?
I gave them a tour. And in the middle, the kids were so excited about it. The next thing I saw where they were sitting in their benches and they were taking pictures of themselves
that's cool.
as the home team sitting in their home bench on their home ice for the first time. So it was really nice.
Yeah, really, we touched on this a couple of weeks ago. As a kid growing up in East Brunswick, you had to go somewhere else. So I always went to Old Bridge, to go, ice skating or to play ice hockey or something like that. And you're right, East Brunswick, for such a long time, we never had something. This is a monumental event that's happening and taking place
And
here.
there's a lot of folks that have, you're right, had to go other places that are now finally able to come back. The homage, essentially, to all those people that had to do that is that our first official game is actually going to be an attempt on our part to find all those people that may still be in our area who once played hockey for East Brunswick but just couldn't play it in East Brunswick, so played it elsewhere, who live relatively close. And we're going to try to accumulate as many of those folks as possible and have them play the current East Brunswick high school
that's
hockey
great.
team. That's going to be the first game on the ice there.
That is terrific. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys are planning out a really nice time there. It's going to be. I'm very excited to get on the ice.
Actually,
it's been a while. I haven't skated in a while.
Also at the Devils game yesterday, they had on the ice all the captains from the different New Jersey high school hockey teams, and our captains were on the ice.
That's
stage.
cool.
They were right up front, and so it was really nice to see. Plus, there was the big jumbotron that had happy birthday to me because yesterday was my birthday.
Oh, very nice.
So
congratulations,
I wasn't even
happy
there to
birthday.
see it, but everybody sent me pictures of it, which was nice.
And you were at the council meeting.
I was at the council.
That always stinks. When you want to be somewhere where you just can't. The only thing that I can think of is I was supposed to be at David Wells from the New York Yankees, his perfect game. So I was dating at the time. It was my wife, but we were just dating, and she had invited me to her brother's college graduation dinner, and I wanted to make a good impression. So I had these tickets to go to the game, and I'm like, you know what? I really want to butter up her dad. So let me go to the. So I went to dinner, and as I'm sitting there watching, I'm thinking, oh my God.
This is one for the history books that I'm missing.
He's pitching a perfect game, and I had tickets. I should have been at the game. Yeah. And there I was, and I couldn't believe it. And I remember telling our brother Joe, I'm like, Joe, I had tickets to this game, but I wanted to impress your parents, so I came to the dinner instead. It always happens where you want to be at a game or you want to be at an event, and something else happens. Just like, again, last night, you wanted to be at the great Devils game, and you were at the council meeting. So it happens.
It happens.
Yeah, it does.
There's actually a picture in the luxury boxes at Yankee Stadium. It's filled with memorable pictures, but one of them is a picture. My son used to work there.
Oh, really?
And he used to give tours and upstairs where very few people go unless you have a
that's
box.
really cool.
But one of those pictures is actually a set of 3 pitcher catchers. And each of them were the ones who were the pitcher and catcher during these perfect.
That's a neat picture to take. That's really neat.
To take.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, to have the pitcher with the catcher that threw that caught the whole game.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
And every time he would take a tour, he would ask them, why is this picture? What's so important?
And I bet you the whole crowd was always like, oh, that's so cool.
It is cool.
Absolutely, it is. That's really neat. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Belated, I'm sorry, but happy birthday. That's great. Did you have a nice birthday dinner last night at all? Were you able to do that?
No.
No, you couldn't even do that.
It's been my whole life. I was born on Thanksgiving, but obviously my birthday doesn't fall on it every year. So we would often have invite people out for my birthday, and it would be typical. When I was little, they all came out.
Sure.
But as I got older, they would say, oh, we're coming out for Thanksgiving anyways. It's just like a kid that's born on Christmas, right?
Oh, that's rough.
In the beginning, we got to give different gifts, and you usually stick to it, but after a while, it becomes impractical, and you usually just get one gift for both.
Right, yeah,
so
I
you get a little gypped out of it.
You do get gypped. I feel bad for people like you. You're right. You get gypped on all those holidays, whether it's Valentine's Day, whether it's Christmas Eve. You're always getting gypped because it's always the holiday that takes precedent over your birthday.
Right.
That's rough.
It's all right. I've managed. I've done fine.
Hey, you are attending, I want to get this straight, the East Brunswick Interfaith Thanksgiving service. It'll be at St. Bart's, and it's the 50th anniversary of the Thanksgiving, the Clergy
that's
Council.
tonight.
Oh, that's tonight.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that, because I'm just learning all about it. So tell me about that.
Well, we have an Interfaith Council that puts together and coordinates all of the houses of worship. We've grown over the years, and so even though we've always had a lot, we have even more now. And it's 50 years in a row, right? 1975 to now, where they've been having these interfaith councils, whether there's cooperation going on in the world or there's conflict going on in the world. But regardless of what's happening in other places, East Brunswick for 50 years in a row, our clergy, all of the members of the different houses of worship have gotten together for an interfaith ceremony. And so this is the 50th, which is great. Tonight, like you said, at St. Bart's, they're hosting it for us. It's 7:30, and it's really just a nice opportunity for people to break bread together, listen to some words of wisdom from different houses of worship, and And we'll often have some of our kids will sing.
Nice.
And it's just a really, really nice thing that we've been doing. And I think that the fact that we've done it so long, where
50
other
years.
Towns may not have, may be starting it. I went to one in South Brunswick this weekend. That was very nice. So I know other places are doing it, but I don't know how many people have gotten up to 50 years.
Gotcha. That's a lot. It really is. That's really nice. Yeah, like I said, I'm just learning all about it, but it sounds like it's a great time. And to be able to get everybody, from all different areas of religion to be a part of that, I think it's really nice.
That's very people-driven. I have a
Very.
big thank you to Holly Cerami, who's the coordinator for all of the houses of worship. She helps gather them together and get this going, and she's been doing this for a long time now. And it's grown as the number of houses of worship moving in here have gotten larger. And it's a celebration of the diverse town we have through prayer and recognition that this really non-religious holiday has meaning to everybody.
Yeah, I think that's great. It really is. It sounds like a nice time. It really does. And hey, what's this more Thanksgiving than that, right? I mean, you got everybody all together in one. It's like one big family all coming together.
I don't know. Sometimes you want to kill your family.
No politics. Nobody's talking about politics at the table. Keep it off the.
Actually, a couple of years ago, we put a big sign at my Thanksgiving table that was, "What's the non-negotiable? Cannot talk about these topics at our table." And it was pretty funny, but we stuck to it.
That's great.
And guess what? There were a lot of other things to talk about.
If you there really are. So my family is split when it comes to politics, and it's one side of the family is one way, the other side the other way, and I try to separate them. And I sit across from the table from an old uncle, and we always sit there. And my sisters, I have two sisters, and they're always waiting. They know that he's about to say something, and I'm always like, please don't. And it just as when out of nowhere, he'll say, "Hey, Greg," and I know here it comes, and we all brace ourselves. And I'm just every year we try to figure out a way. What can we do to make him not to really let him know?
Everybody has someone like that in their family.
God. And you got it. Why does he do it? He brings up out of complete thin air, and everybody's having a nice time, but he always starts trouble, and then the whole entire Thanksgiving table all erupts into a war. It's really always that's what I have to look forward to. My Thanksgiving, I always have to look forward to that. I'm like, why do I got to sit next to Uncle
We all
David?
have someone like that.
Gosh.
Or they'll say something that might have been not offensive 50, 100 years ago.
And nowadays it is.
But it is.
Right, and that is him. Uncle David is like that. And I'm like, please don't. And listen, I know he's not listening, so I've said, let's just not invite Uncle David. He's getting old. He won't even know. It's fine. But we always invite him, and he always comes.
And he always says the same thing.
He always does, all the time. So there's one more thing that I want to talk about is you've made this announcement, I think. You're running for Congress.
Yes, I
So
did.
that's a big deal. Please, you got to expand on that. So tell us all about that.
Well, I don't want to use this format to
Understandable.
to spend time politicking.
No, you're good.
But after opportunities sometimes come at the different times or times you didn't expect it.
Right.
So Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman announced after the election that she's not running for re-election for Congress in our 12th congressional district. So it's something I had been thinking about, but once the opportunity became available and I had an organization put in place to try to get that moving if that situation took place, I took advantage of it. And I think that there's an opportunity to try to provide some organization and ability to show how you actually get things done in a body that right now seems more intent on fighting with one another. And while there's times to fight and you need to stick for the things that are most important to you, there's other times when you need to try to compromise and work on solutions. And Congress has a whopping 15% approval rating right now, which they have absolutely earned.
Right.
And I think that looking at and trying to find people who know how to get stuff done, they could use an infusion of that, and I think I'm the guy to do that.
How about that? I think you are too. That's really great. And your family backs you. You got all kinds of support. And so how do you know when you decide to run for Congress? How do you know that you have a standing chance? Like what goes on behind the scenes to tell you that you can do this?
Well, it's an open seat, so it's really anybody can put their name in for it, and usually it's going to be people who have experience in understanding government. I think that there is something to be said for having experience. When you apply for a job, people look at a resume, and they tend to find and prefer people that have experience and understand their industry. And
you've been a mayor for how long? Many years have you been?
9.
9 years. Okay, go ahead.
Right. And to go back to a hockey line, wasn't it Wayne Gretzky that said that you lose 100% of the shots you never take?
That's a great quote. That is a great quote. Okay, gotcha. So you're taking a shot.
I think my chances are as good as anybody else's. Good. I think I can certainly show a resume of having actually accomplished things.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think we could use that in Washington. So
wow. That is pretty amazing.
So we're not going to do more of this.
No,
I'm going to end up having people write in saying that I was using this for politicking. I do not want to do that.
Look, all we're doing here is just explaining it, talking about what's going on in your life, what's going on here in East Brunswick. Yeah, no, that's great. And you're right. No politicking here. we're just explaining what's going on. Well, I think that's really exciting news.
Thank you.
I do. And I think it's cool that you made this announcement here on this podcast has got some legs.
There you go.
It's really happening here. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break, and it is our Thanksgiving special. So we've got some Thanksgiving history to dive into, maybe a couple of Thanksgiving jokes. I dug a couple of them up. They may not all be hysterically funny, but we'll try them out and see how they go. Maybe you might want to use them for your own family at home. But right now, let's take a quick break, take a look inside and around East Brunswick, and we'll get back with more. This is the Buzz About East Brunswick. Hey East Brunswick, this is a friendly reminder from the East Brunswick Public Works Recycling Division about curbside recycling. No plastic bags, please. Please empty recyclables directly into the bin. Please recycle all of your cans, glass, plastics, paper, cardboard, and newspaper. Do not recycle greasy food containers, shredded paper, batteries, cords, pots, pans, or small appliances curbside. Those belong in the garbage or proper drop-off. Let's keep East Brunswick clean and green. For more info, please call 732-390-6984 or visit eastbrunswick.org. Bud, it's your turn. What would you ask the mayor?
With all the apartments that are going up along 18, what is that going to do to the tax base? Eventually, you're going to have to build schools because there's going to be kids involved, and the taxes are already way too high. What is your plan for that?
So that's a really great question, and the first thing to ask is what's going to happen to the tax base if we did nothing? If we did nothing, the properties sit in a very blighted condition. It continues to drive down the value of all the homes in the area. Buildings themselves are subject to tax appeals, all of which they would win because they're being taxed at values that are greater than what it is right now. So the starting point is if we do nothing, the tax base goes down coming in from all of these properties, which ultimately puts the onus on residents to make up the difference. So clearly we can't let it stay like that. The apartments and the retail, all of which will be coming into that area, will increase the value of all of those properties and increase the monies that the township will be able to receive in rateables, and therefore help us try to keep taxes stable, which they've already started to do with the few that we've already areas of redevelopment we've already been able to accomplish. As far as the schools, our school numbers have stayed relatively stable and well under our capacity for the last 12 years. You can look that up on the Department of Education website. And with the apartments coming in, our anticipation is that even with an increase in number of kids that would be coming in from some of these residential units, it should place no burden on the issue of capacity at the schools.
All right, guys, and we are back. The Buzz About East Brunswick. Hey, if you ever want to email us, you can. It's at baeb@buzzabouteb.com. And again, thank you guys very much for watching us on EBTV 26. So you were just saying while we were taking a look inside and around East Brunswick, you wanted to share a funny medical story regarding Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's actually not a medical story, more of experienced during medical school is, in medical school, the first 2 years are usually the sit in class, learn all the basics, and then the second 2 years are more clinical. You're out on the wards, your rotations with different areas.
I, of course, would not know any of that. So I would know none of that goes on in medical school. Right, okay.
So the first year, you're literally sitting in the classroom the whole time. So we were in a microbiology class, which could absolutely put you to sleep. And we're learning about the Clostridium virus, which is evidently something that if you don't cook a turkey to the high enough temperature, it could cause disease.
Okay.
So we're listening to this professor who's going on and on about the life cycle of the Clostridium virus, and I think literally everybody in the room just couldn't wait for that to end.
To be over,
it was so freaking boring.
We've all had professors where we get bored from time to time.
So
one
of my and one of my friends in medical school just raises her hand.
Yeah.
And she says, "Does the temperature of the turkey have anything to do with the life cycle of the Clostridium virus?" And all of us are just laughing because it was really kind of funny the way she said it. And the professor just, I don't think he caught the humor, because sometimes they're just so serious about the field. And he goes on with this deep temperature Clostridium virus has nothing to do with the temperature. And all of us are dying laughing.
Right.
And she was just trying to put a little humor into a really boring
break the ice
lecture,
a little bit. Yeah, right.
Maybe he would pick up on it and see the humor.
But he did not.
Zero.
Just kept on.
Just totally missed it. But yeah.
We've all had professors like that are very serious in what they're teaching. That subject has got to be, cross those T's, dot those I's. There's no making it fun at all. We've all been there, done that one. We've all been there, done that. What's your Thanksgiving like at home? Like, do you host Thanksgiving, or do you go to somebody else's house for Thanksgiving?
We always host it. We did it from the beginning. We have the house and the setup that makes it easier. But you know what? As we get older, it's kind of harder to drag all that stuff out. And,
I'm tired of it myself.
The eating's the quick part.
Yeah,
It's the preparing everything. It's the putting everything away afterwards and hosting people for a couple of days because it's
people are coming to town,
coming in from out of town. So it's just a lot of work. And but I love the holiday. It's just a very quintessential American holiday that celebrates family. It has no religion, no politics that's associated with it. And so it really is just a time for people to get together and let their hair down and enjoy each other's company. So that's what I like about the holiday. It's just a lot of work.
No, I agree. And you're right. It's so funny. You're right. Eating is nothing. That's the easy part. It's the setup. It takes days to set it up. Now, even today, I have to go to the grocery store. I'm always in charge of making stuffing. What about yourself? Do you have to make anything at home, or is it all your wife?
No, everybody has a different job.
Okay, gotcha.
I usually prepare the turkey.
Oh, no, okay.
I don't cook it. I prepare it.
Okay.
And my wife does all of the sides. My daughter does the desserts.
Yeah.
But now my son and them share and own a bakery, so
yes,
they don't have to really make it from scratch anymore. They could bring it in from the store.
That's great.
And
then you're going to get your free desserts, which is great. Because they're going to bring all their great stuff in there. Oh, that's terrific. So fantastic there.
And people will come in and bring in things as well. Yeah. So it's usually like everybody. We're always worried that we're not going to have enough food. And then we'll sit at the table and go, oh, who's going to eat all this stuff? And you have leftovers for the next couple of days. So we say leftovers. That every single year.
Oh, all right. I'm a big Thanksgiving leftover guy.
Do you do a Friendsgiving the next day?
No, we don't. We should. We don't. No, we don't. You know, it's the very next day. So I celebrate both the Jewish holidays and the Catholic holidays. So the very next day for me has always been outside decorating the house. So we have no time for my wife has always been like, we're going to go shopping. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're staying here. You're helping me decorate. I can't do this alone. So I usually grab as many friends and family members that can come over to help me decorate. So we always do that because it really does take a long time.
I'm sure it does.
The same thing, like decorating is the same thing. There's a lot of prep going into it. It's the taking down that's very simple. No one cares about that, But we've never done a Friendsgiving.
Well, we have friends of ours that do the same thing that we do. So when they're always like us, always worried there's not going to be enough food. Of course, there's a ridiculous amount of food.
Always.
So then we're going to do Friendsgiving to get rid of all the leftovers.
That's it.
So they bring over the ridiculous amount of food that they made that they have left over, and we bring it, and we really didn't even after Friendsgiving make a dent in the leftovers. I mean, it's a good idea. It's
Sure.
a way that we can extend the holiday for people that were doing things with their own family.
Right.
But did you really get rid of most of your leftovers after that?
Oh, no, you're right. You always end up throwing stuff out at the end anyway, right? And you can't finish it all.
Which is terrible, considering that, didn't you grow up with your parents saying, there are starving people?
My mother was a big proponent of that all the time. You better eat every single thing. You know how many people can't eat all this? They have no food.
Right.
Oh, she was always...
But it's true. And actually, with the shutdown the last couple of weeks that was out there.
The government shutdown, correct.
It shed a light on the number of people that don't have access to food. It blows my mind that in a country our size, our wealth, our grip, that there's 40 million people that regularly don't have enough food. So looking back again to the meaning of Thanksgiving is that we should be looking out for others and have a little charity. Wasn't it? Muhammad Ali that said that charity.
You're giving me all these quotes. I don't know who says these things.
Oh, you got to know your quotes.
I don't know that. I don't know.
Muhammad Ali said that charity is the rent you pay for your room here on earth.
Really? That's another good one.
I like that one.
This has turned out to be a great little episode here. We're learning a lot today.
Sage. I'm like, I'll put the ears on and I'll call myself Yoda. Yeah.
You said it. That's great. Well, listen, I dug up a couple of things about Thanksgiving that I found to be pretty interesting. For instance, this dates all the way back to the very first Thanksgiving, but the very first Thanksgiving was not just a one-nighter. It was a 3-night festival that went on. I had no idea about that. Like I said, I was just doing some history about Thanksgiving.
Because of the tryptophan in the turkeys that put everybody asleep. That's why it just lasted that long.
It wasn't just about the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. It was a 3-day festival.
Nothing to do with the temperature of the Clostridium virus. It was
right. Had nothing. Did you know that the very first Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade actually used real animals? There were no giant balloons. They actually got some bears, elephants. They've got camels and lions all from the Central Park Zoo. And that was the very first Thanksgiving Day Parade for Macy's in New York City.
Wow. That's nice to know.
Didn't know that either.
When was it? You don't have that?
Oh yeah.
Right, you're letting me down.
You gotta ask more questions. You're not supposed to ask those questions.
Oh, sorry.
And now here's another thing I learned about. Turkey wasn't the main dish at the first Thanksgiving. They ate venison and more seafood, more lobster and clams.
That would make sense. It was up in New England, so that was the season for that type of fish and deer.
Yeah, venison. I couldn't believe
it has the lowest percentage of fat. Venison.
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah. It's very lean beef.
Wow. Had no idea. Did you know that Thanksgiving wasn't an official holiday until 1863? Abraham Lincoln was the one that declared. You knew that?
That I did know.
I did not know that. I had no idea. Because I always wondered, where does it come from? Who declared that day to be Thanksgiving? But I dug it up and it turns out Abraham Lincoln. So there you go. They say that the average Thanksgiving meal contains 3,000 to 4,500 calories.
Oh, that's a killer.
And I was thinking about right now, today,
of course, it's very portion dependent.
Of course that is.
Right.
And there's a lot of people right now that are dealing with, being on GLP-1s and things. So this might be the very first Thanksgiving where we're meeting so many different family members that are really watching what they're eating nowadays. Years past, nobody was really sitting there watching what they're eating, but now so many people are on these new dietary pills that I guess we're going to be dealing with a lot of this now in our families.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I think that what those medicines often do is make you feel fuller faster and you don't feel as hungry. So if it's working, they probably won't eat as much.
Correct. TV dinners. Ready for this one? This is all because of Thanksgiving. TV dinners were invented because of Thanksgiving. This was an interesting fact I found. In 1953, Swanson overestimated its turkey supply by 260 tons. So they packaged all the leftovers into their very first frozen TV dinner.
Wow.
And that's how TV dinners became TV dinners, because of Thanksgiving. And I thought that's really interesting.
Wow. And that launched a whole new industry, right?
Yeah, exactly. Who would have ever thought?
Yeah.
The Butterball Turkey Hotline, still today, they answer over 100,000 calls each year with people calling about how to actually cook the turkey. What do you do for fires and things like that? It's crazy.
That's great. I would have thought that today everyone could just Google the answer, but
right?
But clearly that's nice to have that.
Here now, why football on Thanksgiving? We always watch it. The NFL began its Thanksgiving tradition in 1920, and there was only one game. The Detroit Lions played the very first year, and then after that, the NFL continued to run it, and then they expanded to the Dallas Cowboys, and then, of course, it was about 10, 15 years ago when NFL Network came on, and then they extended it to the evening game.
Yeah.
So I thought that was all pretty interesting stuff that I found out about Thanksgiving. Again, I don't know a lot about how these holidays, where they come to be, but I just figured I would do a little research there.
So, Honest Abe brought that to us. Huh?
That one got me right there. I had no idea how far back it dated. That I had no idea. Yeah. But anyway, all right, guys, I hope you're enjoying our podcast today. We're going to take another break, another look inside and around East Brunswick, and when we get back, some Thanksgiving jokes. We're going to see how they go over. Very well. Good or not good, we're going to find out now. All right, guys, we'll be right back with more Buzz About East Brunswick. I'm on the job today. Big things are happening here in East Brunswick at the Vermella. Head on in and let's check it out. I've got Township Engineer Frank Edsel with me. Going to walk me through what's going on today.
Here we have Black Rock Paving. They're out here. They're laying down the asphalt. This is the base course of the asphalt, and this is the front parking area that's along Route 18.
Some of the brick facade is going on to the building. Already the contractors are inside, laying up the walls, doing some painting even. Now I'm ready for construction. This was phase 3. If you remember, this was Loman's Plaza.
There is no more Loman's Plaza. All 3 buildings are demoed. We're in full site work mode here. We're working on putting sanitary structures in, storm structures, and all the infrastructure that's going to eventually support this whole development here.
This is going to be tremendous here.
We're wood framing. We have sheetrock going on in the first couple phases. We're still looking to open up here in the spring of 2026.
There's a lot going on in East Brunswick. That's an understatement. Hey East Brunswick, did you know that the East Brunswick website, eastbrunswick.org, is ADA compliant? When eastbrunswick.org is open, you'll notice an icon to the bottom left side. Click that icon and it will open your accessibility help desk with personalized tools to offer assistance, such as text size. Toggle through to find a text size suitable for your site, spacing for your ease of reading. Choose through several different fonts for your liking, contrast to enhance or darken the website's images, or highlight special details and pieces of the site. You can even color shift through the entire site. Thanks for visiting eastbrunswick.org. It's ADA compliant. Oh, the mayor, he loves it. He loves the theme song. I love the theme. All right, it's great. All right, guys, it is the Buzz About East Brunswick, and that was another look around East Brunswick. So we have something really big that's happening. What a way to end the year with the Winter Wonderland.
Yes.
It's happening on Saturday, December the 6th.
Yes. Right here at the municipal complex.
Correct.
And it's... I don't even know what year we're doing it, but each year it just seems to get bigger and bigger, and there's so many more things each time.
Yeah.
It really draws huge crowds, which we want. Right?
Yeah, well, talk about that. Let's explain to the audience that has never been to the Winter Wonderland what they can expect.
I mean, honestly, when you come here and you look at what they've been able to create, it looks like a Hallmark picture card.
Yeah,
it really does, with the lights and the trees and the bonfires and the so many people already excited, winter clothes, and it really is beautiful.
I've seen them decorating already outside.
Oh, yeah.
They've been out there for a couple of days already, starting to set up.
And it'll stay even after the holiday light ceremony is over. We'll still obviously keep all that on, along with the tree and the menorah.
That's great.
And all of that. That's the time of year. And now, every year, they seem to be doing more lights on different trees. So during the holiday season, they're all lit up at night. It's really just beautiful.
That's great. I'm looking forward to it. And I've only heard all good things about it. I hear you might have a visit from Santa Claus himself.
Well, that has to be. That's actually the
culmination.
Culmination is with Santa coming, and with tree lighting and all the kids come out and
Well, tell me about the tree lighting. How does that go? Are you the one that's sitting there pressing the button saying, ladies and gentlemen, happy holidays?
Well, the first year when I was mayor, everyone said, oh, this is the mayor's job. When it comes time to lighting the tree, here's the button, and everybody does a countdown. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
Sure.
Let's get people involved. So we called all the kids to come up and stand with me and with the council members.
Yeah.
And we stand by the tree, and then we let the kids turn the lights on. It really gets. They're first of all, they're thrilled to come up and do it.
Of course they are.
There's always somebody running trying to get to the front to be the one that actually flips the switch. But it's fun, and it's a holiday that really is, again, just about family and friends. And while part of it is clearly religious, but it's a holiday season.
Yeah, sir, I get that.
And so we have everybody out, from vendors who will having a lot of different things that they're going to sell that you could buy for the holiday. We'll have people that are making cookies. They have s'mores that are being done. Every year they do a different thing. One year they actually had a makeshift ice rink that people were able to go on. I don't think we're going to do that this year.
Now we got the big ice rink.
Real one.
That's right. We got a real one now. That's right.
Last year, I think they did a train that went along the path around the little pond that we have.
The kids
here.
must love that.
They love all of that. We have the symphony, which has some of its members come out and play music.
Oh, that's pretty.
Cookie making in the senior center. So there are so many things embedded into this event that we put up on the township website and the Parks and Recreation website and Facebook page, a series of times for different events. So some people might want to stay the whole time. Some people might want to really just participate in one part of it. Others just want to come for the lighting.
Oh, right.
So you have the opportunity. You could sit with Santa.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Which is nice.
And Mrs. Claus?
Well, she's there too.
Of course. Will there be a sighting of the
every successful man?
Please, that one I know. Another good line. Give it to me. Give me the good line. Behind every successful man
is a more successful woman.
That one I know.
It reminds me. I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
Years ago. I did see it.
There's a scene in that movie where the daughter, who's taken forever to get married, the family is all upset because it's just taking so long to get married and find the right guy. And she's upset because her father is not happy with the person that she fell in love with, and the mother and trying to figure out how to make this work.
Yeah.
So she says to her daughter, Tula, don't you know how this works? The man's the head of the house, but the woman, the woman is the neck, and the head only sees what the neck directs.
That's great. It's a great way of putting it.
Behind every successful man is a woman who's directing it.
I love, you know what? And listen, I won't even debate you on that one. I won't even debate it.
It was a great line.
That is a good line. We've had a lot of good lines here in today's episode. It's been really great. Well, another thing about Winter Wonderland is that'll be the next time that you and I will be podcasting out there. So that'll be good. We're going to be outside, live outside in the cold. I was saying to the mayor, I'm glad that we're going to be scheduled at 2:00 to be podcasting because we don't want to go too early.
There's still going to be some sun.
That's what I'm saying. Too early, it'll be too cold. And late at night when the sun goes down, it'll be too cold. So I think it's the perfect time for us to be out there at 2:00. Right. We got the nice sunshine. Cross our fingers. If it does rain and there's a rain out.
Yeah, we have the next day, Sunday the 7th.
That's right.
Rain
next day.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then the other thing is that I heard that it's a whole entire day event from 1 until 6:00, and then at 6:00 there's a big event from 6 to 7, ending with the big tree lighting at the very end.
Lighting, menorah lighting, and
menorah lighting. Oh, great!
A visit from someone very,
and then
very important
from the North
way
Pole.
More important than the mayor.
Now, will there be any Grinch there? Will the Grinch show up? We hope not.
I hope not.
We hope not, but you never know. The Grinch is always lurking, kids. Always lurking.
The Grinch will have something to say on Facebook.
Gotcha.
No doubt.
Right. That's a good point. The Grinch always has something to say on Facebook. You're right. Great point. We're almost painting a picture of Whoville. It's like Winter Wonderland is like a little Whoville.
was a great movie, wasn't it?
Oh, you know what? It never gets old. It really doesn't. It never gets old. The Who's singing songs. It always puts you in the mood. And then, of course, there's the lurking Grinch that's sitting there just waiting for us. But anyway, all right. So but of course, we're going to kick it off
That's the story of all these holidays, right? Goodness will always outdo evil.
We try. So Thanksgiving is literally just a couple of days away. And what a better way to go into Thanksgiving with just a couple of dad Thanksgiving jokes. I've got it all queued up and ready to go. I've got my horn.
Let it rip.
Here we go. I'll have my finger on that one quite often. Oh,
Ooh, I like that one too.
These are the jokes, people. So, onward and upward. Here we go with our Thanksgiving Day jokes. All right, Mr. Mayor, we want to know, why did the turkey join a band? Why did the turkey join a band? Well, surely because he had the drumsticks.
Oh, he does.
He has the drumsticks.
Is that your favorite part of the turkey?
Yeah, I'm more of the breast guy. I like the white meat breast. Like, that's where I go for it. My dad loves the dark meat, so we don't have to argue about that at all.
No, that makes it easy.
It is perfectly. It's very, very simple. I have to be the one to carve the turkey. That's a lot of stress on me.
Oh, I like doing that.
Really?
I do.
Well, you're a doctor.
Surgeon.
Exactly. You're a surgeon. You love that. But I get nervous when it comes down towards the wishbone there. And only one time have I actually broken the wishbone. Oh my
It's
God.
like breaking a mirror, right?
It was torture. So not only I felt bad, but then my cousins, we at the time we had younger cousins, and they loved to fight for the wishbone. So when I broke it, it was like devastation. Went through the whole household, and my sister was like,
turkey.
"Yeah, right. He wrecked the turkey. He broke the wishbone." And I felt terrible. There I am standing there with the knife in my hands, like I was like, "I didn't mean to do it.
That's funny.
Then there's no way of saving it. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yep.
Anyway, all right, here we go. Why do you call a turkey what do you call a turkey the day after Thanksgiving? There's no way you're going to know.
I'm not going to know.
Lucky. I think that's a pretty good one, actually, because that's the turkey no.
Whatever, you think so.
So, if you're listening to us right now, the mayor literally just came in the eye. I was like, no, it's not happening. No, that's not happening. All right, let's see. Why did the cranberries turn red, Mr. Mayor? They turned red because they saw the turkey dressing. No. Come on.
Oh my God.
I'm trying.
We need a good one.
Okay. All right. How about this one? Okay. What sound does a turkey's phone make? The sound that a turkey's phone makes. Something with gobble gobble?
Yeah, it has to be a gobble. No.
Wing wing, wing wing. How's that?
That's cute.
The camera guys are laughing. Come on, the camera guys that are filming us.
The kids are going to love that one.
They're laughing. They're like, all right. I'm going to give you one last one. We're going to quit while we're ahead.
Make it good, though.
All right, this will be a good. You'll like this one. Okay. Why was the Thanksgiving soup so expensive? Because it had 24 carrots. How's that?
That's cute.
Yeah. Not bad. All right, there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can take some of those jokes, enjoy them, or don't enjoy them at your own Thanksgiving. But either way, happy Thanksgiving. Mayor, you want to say something to
Happy Thanksgiving, healthy, stay safe, and enjoy the holiday with you and your family.
I couldn't have said any better. Perfect. On that note, episode 21.
In the books.
In the books. We will see you for episode 22 at the Winter Wonderland on December the 6th. Rain date, December the 7th. Nice job, man. Nice job. All right, nice job. Take care, guys. This is The Buzz About East Brunswick.